A new ELAINE, huh? Very cool. This is the banner. And if you're gonna be asking why this character is specifically level 90 and the others are SSRs, it's because she's the new LR. The seasonal base red Liz is the new LR. But this video is for ELAINE because she's a PvP character, so I'm gonna be getting her and trying her out in PvP first. So this new ELAINE, what does she do? I'll be talking about that once I start the showcase, but during the summoning section, should you summon for the ELAINE, right? Oh, the new LR, look at that. Well, I'll give you a reason why you should, and a reason why you shouldn't summon for this ELAINE, right? You decide for yourself. So this ELAINE is a big time fairy support unit, which leads me to believe that there's gonna be a new fairy festival coming out like soonish. There's gonna be a new festival coming in 2 weeks if the last year's schedule is to be used as a comparison, right? And with this ELAINE, it makes it very, I don't want to say clear, but it looks like it could be a new festival king. Because this ELAINE would seem just such a strange release if not for that. If there's no new festival king in 2 weeks, this ELAINE is a very strange release because she's a big time fairy support unit. For what? Look at that. For what fairy? You know? There's no fairy team, right? It's like, what is she meant to be supporting? So, very strange. So the reason not to summon is because we don't know. This is just an assumption, right? This is just an assumption that there will be, in the near future, a festival king that is so good, it's going to justify summoning for this ELAINE. Which, I'll be honest, I don't even know if that's possible, right? Like, let's assume there is a festival king to begin with, which is already, like, fiction, right? This is not reality. We don't know, right? He's supposed to be better than Demon King. He's supposed to be so good that he's gonna dethrone the Demon Team to make this ELAINE summon justifiable. So, yeah, it's up to you. I mean, the thing is that this ELAINE really wants to be run with fairies, right? And let me pull out what she does real quick again. And that's the issue, right? So, applies a buff to all fairy allies that increases crit defense and damage dealt, right? So, she wants to be with fairy allies. Like, ideally, to get the most out of her passive, you want to be with 2 other fairies. And what other 2 fairies is she going to be played with? You tell me. It's King and what, Red Helbram? Like, Red Glocks? Unless the new festival is Gold Armor Glocks, which is not going to be. They are not going to make a festival of a fairy that isn't King. I don't think. So, at that if it was the new Glocks, then yeah, Glocks, ELAINE, and then OG, not OG, but the most recent festival king. And that's assuming Glocks is insane for you to be running a team like that. Just unreasonable to expect such a thing. Let me level her up and then use her in PvP. Alright, so let's read off what she does as we start up a PvP match. At the start of battle, applies a buff to all ally fairies that increases critical defense by 60%. As you can see, it's right here. Let me do this. And then... I suppose I should attack with King first. For 2 turns, and for every buff applied to ally fairies... Ooh. I'm assuming... Okay. Increases ally fairy damage dealt by 8% up to 32%. Also, at the start of ally's turn, apply a debuff to all enemies that decreases defense related stats by 20% for 1 turn, and for every debuff applied to enemy increases allies attack related stats by 5% up to 20%. So, 2 things. I'm going to assume that this hypothetical king is a buff applier. I don't know. And a debuff applier. Those are my assumptions. Other than that, the only thing we can go over is that I also have to assume, like I have to, that there will be some form of shock that King will apply, this hypothetical King, because Elaine's relic is that enemies with shock take extra damage. And let me tell you, she ain't doing no shocking, because her blue card is an attack related stat buff card. It's the same one as Easton, OG Blue Easton, right? And then her attack card is a single target weak point, triple damage against debuffed enemies. So there's like a bit of a mystery here. Either the unit is poorly designed and she has a relic that will do nothing, which is not uncommon. You've seen the game do this a few times. Or you know, hypothetical Festival King will do it. Now the attack related stat increase and debuffing the enemy is pretty good. I'll have to give her that. Like if you look at a vacuum and ignore that there's not much to run of this character, and I don't know. She's a good unit. I mean, the attack related stat buffing is really good, and 60% crit defense. Now that is something that will only last for 2 turns, right? And again, it's only applied to fairies. But lowering defense related stats on enemies as well. I mean, she's doing like quite a bit of things, and they're pretty good. It's just this lingering issue of, okay, but who am I supposed to run of her? Am I just gonna bust out Festival King? A unit that is completely irrelevant now? Well, I guess. I guess. Let's see her attack here. I mean, this is... okay, it's not fair because he has, obviously, damage cap, but whatever. She's gonna get damage increase from Bond as well, or from King as well, sorry. And the damage cap, right? 63k? I'll do one on no, it was not damage cap. Okay. Never mind. It was not damage cap. It's fine. We're gonna do a King attack, level 2 blue card, and then her attack. It's gonna be a max passive for her, because this should be like max attack related stats. Not max damage from her passive though, because that'll be only 1 buff. Yeah, like to max out her passive, you need what, 5 buffs? And you should check again. Is it 8 up to 40 or 8 up to 32? Let me see. Like that's a lot of buffs. It is a lot of buffs. It is 8 up to 32. There's actually 4 buffs. 4 buffs is still a lot, I'm not gonna lie. Like, she only provides 2 of them. The buff that you get from her passive, and then the buff card. So, I mean, this unit, either is going to be leading a very strong team in the near future, or a very sad one. Let's try try and do this actually. I should have attacked buff before, but it's whatever. Should have attacked obviously before King attacked, but 67. It's not terrible. Weak point single target. I don't remember if that card has a good multiplier. I don't think it does. Like, weak point in general isn't the best anymore. It's been like... it's been a long time, but... you know, weak point used to be good, so... back in the prehistoric ages. I don't know if Bond can kill here because he didn't attack him last turn. King is hitting pretty hard though. Look at that. Damage increase, attack release, stab buff. King is hitting pretty hard though. Can't deny that. Now if, you know, like, my hope would be that I can actually use this King still on a fairy team, right? Because this King is good. He's just irrelevant now because why would you run him? Right, his shield isn't strong enough. But if you can actually manage to have all of the buffs from ELAINE, right? All the attack related stab buffing that she's providing with her own card, with her passive. His card could hit hard enough that the shield, you know, can do something, right? So, I don't know. Oh, he's encroached? No! I didn't notice! Hey, still killed. Still killed. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, if, there's a lot of ifs, right? It's a lot of ifs. By the way, I'm using Bond because Bond's passive works with fairies. Like, he's giving the damage reduction for me and the HP. There's no damage increase coming from this Bond to the other characters, aside from the debuffing, right? The debuffing is very good because her passive wants debuffs, right? So Bond is like a very good unit to run here, but he doesn't get her passive. He doesn't get the defense resets. He doesn't get the damage increase, which I guess is fine. But it just, why would you run a team that has a character that's not getting buffed by the, you know, the support when you can run demons? That is definitely the main core issue of the many core issues that I see here, right? Why would you? I'll be honest, I'm a little concerned. I'm gonna crit melee. Should be alright. Since this is gonna crit anyways, I'm just gonna use the power strike. Never mind, dodge. Very strange seeing 7DS teams with dodge, but I guess this guy is using it. Hey, that crit defense came in clutch when these two characters here just missed every crit. I mean, he's gonna crit here, so not that it matters because the end's crit defense is only for fairies, so cool. Interesting. Let's do this. And then no. I want to win, so I'm not gonna let ELAINE. I'm not gonna let ELAINE go through the. I was gonna do level 2 Elaine on the bot. But I think it'd be best if I just crit chance lower the melee here. Can I still win this? I'm honestly need Elaine to like do some damage here with the level 2 single target. Because Bond's dead. It's over for Bond. Ooh, good tanking, good tanking. Yeah. That could have been to someone, although it didn't do much damage, but that could have been to someone else. I'ma hope that first off this kills. Right here. And then that Bond doesn't combine cards and gets the ultimate. Oh, it's not killing. It's not killing. Elaine is not killing. Well, that was a good run. That was Elaine. Good luck for her in the future.